Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Today I am going back to the hell blanket because I've got to figure out how to do this these couple of rows, and so I'm just going to keep doing them over and over again until I can get them right. So I'm frogging the last two rows that I've been working on. They are the first one, it seems right. I can follow along with what they're doing, but then when I try to do the next row, it's not working. So I know I did change the time last minute. I wasn't sure if Crystal and I were able to do a Freestyle Friday tonight. I just kind of didn't even realize, I didn't put together that it was Friday. So that's on me. And so, it happens. So I'm going to get my hook, and I'm going to start watching the video piece for this part of the Okay, so we're working from the corner, and starting to redo this round. Hello, welcome in. I am currently working on my blanket for Alzheimer's awareness. I figured I needed to spend some time with it because I've been spending a lot of time on my other project, and I've been kind of neglecting this one out of spite. But I can't do that because I need to get this done eventually. So this, I've had to redo the past couple, like these two rounds I've had to redo several times. I just frogged it and I'm having to do it again. So I'm just hoping to just get it right. I'm hoping that a couple of days of not looking at it will make it easier to hopefully that'll make me. Okay, so just like this. Okay, So now that we have that corner, hopefully we can keep going and we can figure out what happened and whether something in this row went wrong or whether something in the next row went wrong. Hi, welcome in. What is everyone working on? What is everyone up to today? I had a pretty busy day. I had some like phone meeting type things that I did, and then I also was gonna hang out with someone, and then last minute something came up, which is totally reasonable, and like it's someone who lives in the place that I was living in before this, and so they had like a house meeting come up, and like those like you get like 15 minutes notice sometimes, and so I was like, I get it. Like, you don't have to feel bad. I get it. So I was going to, hang out with someone, which if you kind of know what my living situation's like, getting out and hanging out with people is something that I'm really focused on because it's very easy to just kind of like be in my apartment and not go outside and be the world's biggest hermit. And I don't want to do that most of the time. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this is what it looks like so far. I'm always like, I'm gonna just like tumble off my bed and eat shit, which I'm sure is gonna happen. So I do have 12. So I'm like being very meticulous to make sure I have everything. And I'm okay. So we want wait. Okay, so we want 11 back loop only, single crochet, half double crochets. Okay, let's count, make sure that we are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Hello, Moonrose Crafts. Welcome in. I am currently working on my blanket the mandala blanket that I'm working on for Alzheimer's awareness. On the 21st of June, I'm going to be doing an auction, and this is going to be my item that I'm auctioning off with the proceeds going to Alzheimer's awareness. The pattern that I'm using is actually from someone else's crochet along that they did. And if you want to find that, you can find the written tutorial for each part, as well as accompanying video pieces for it. I think that the written pattern and the the videos are slightly different, but I might be wrong. I don't know. What are you working on today? I've had to frog this and do it over again like several times. So I'm trying to really pay attention to the video tutorial that I have like down here. And I've watched and done so many times because I'm tired of having to redo it. But I'm just frustrated that I'm getting stuck on this part. As the um, but uh, but yeah, so this is what this round will be fine. Doing a vest dress. Ooh, that sounds super interesting. I have something in mind for what you're doing. Are you freehanding it? Or are you doing a pattern? I have something in mind for like what that might look like, but I'm curious as to what exactly that kind of means and would look like. No pattern included. Okay, so you're just freehanding it. That's super cool. Well, good for you. That is awesome. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm gonna do the two, and then so we do a half double crochet here, half double crochet here, and chain one. I change 200. You mean you chain? You chain 200? Or you charge 200? Oh, I might be charged. Yeah, let me know what you mean because yeah, my brain's a little fried from today. Not your fault. Totally on me. I honestly it just like baked in the California sun for a little bit too long, and it's like fried egg on a sidewalk type level in my brain right now. Um, Now I chain two coming out of this cluster up at the top. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, if I did like a dress, charging 200 would be like bare minimum for me, like that, because that is a lot of work. I mean, I know a lot of people are way better than I am. It does not hurt my feelings. But yeah, I would try. Because like I had a friend who like, so if you've seen like the Twisted Hatters, um, oh, the Premiere Color Fusion, that's very pretty. Cranky Puppet, hello, welcome in. We are making a blanket for Alzheimer's awareness. So I'm making a mandala blanket for Alzheimer's awareness in June 21st. Chain. Okay. I am doing a charity fundraiser for Alzheimer's awareness on here. Anyone who wants to participate, wants to donate an item, feel free to reach out to me. We can absolutely coordinate that, where you can ship something directly from where you are, or anything, any way that anybody wants to contribute in this fundraiser. Feel free to let me know. But I will be making this blanket. It's going to be a blanket, but the past 2 rows have been giving me a problem, and I've done them so many times. Thank you so much. I did colors that aren't quite my color scheme. I'm very much this type of color scheme and like bright colors. And so, but I was like, I wanted something that was very like classic, and people use 2 colors at the same time. Ooh, that helps also. I bet that looks amazing. Yeah, are you working on anything, Cranky Puppet? Cranky Puppet? I don't know why I said it like that. Sorry. Are you working on anything right now, Cranky? But yeah, even though June is Pride Month, and I do like to do things for Pride, and I typically I try to sell more at Pride. Pride and around Pride Month, because that's kind of my. Hello, Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Welcome in. You're making a baby blanket for your sister who's expecting. Well, congratulations to your sister. And that's wonderful. What kind of blanket are you making? Um, I think it's so cool that that with baby blankets, because they are smaller, you get to really, you can go really simple and it's still beautiful, and that baby can grow up to be an adult and have that blanket their whole life and give it to their kids and all this stuff. Um, and like, and or you can make it like super intricate, but because it's small, it's not like a huge burden or anything to make. Like big blankets are difficult, as we're seeing by how many hours I've already put into this. But that's super fun. I miss making. I wish I made more baby blankets. But I I don't really know people having babies, and also I feel like on Etsy, like the competition for people making baby blankets is so high. Like people who can make it cheaper and faster than I can. Attempting a granny square, but I'm having a hard time figure out why it's turning into more of a spiral. Okay. Um, well, if you, I don't, so if you want, you can, I can drop the link and you can come and hang out and we can try to figure it out together. Or I can tell you some um, really popular folks on YouTube that have great tutorials. I'm not a Granny Square expert by any means. However, however, uh, if I can help, I will happily be of service. Granny, because the granny squares are quite difficult. You shared on, yeah. Oh, you shared on Facebook. Let me see. Do. If you're new here, we do have a group for this page, and it's called Army of Weirdos, and that's a good place to share your work. It's not like a fan page of me, because that is, to me, weird. but it's where you can, if you see something cool, you see something new, you can see it. I'm not really sure where you would have shared it, Rose. There's so much on Facebook right now. Leaning towards possible tension issue, possibly. My next attempt will be trying to turn after each row. Yeah, see, that is what I probably would suggest. A lot of times, if you turn your granny square and you flip it, yeah, look, Spring says right here, turning your granny at the end of every round. So that does stop the spiral. Okay. Someone is slamming doors up in here. Okay. Sometimes this furls hook is so squeaky. I'm like, ugh. I'm on a different name. Yeah, I just don't see a blanket. That's what I was saying. Perfect. Thank you so much. That's honestly, I hope you have a great night too. Thanks for coming and hanging out. It's always nice to see folks. I hate to ask this because I always kind of cringe personally, but if you do like this video and you want it to pop up on my lives, to pop up on your YouTube more often, if you want to like this video, you can. That makes it more popular. If you want to subscribe and ring the bell thing, that makes sure that you know when I do my lives, and I am scheduling them more often now, which before I was just kind of doing it whenever I wanted to. So I'm trying to be a little bit more consistent, which is different for me. I want to see this blanket real bad. I feel like the last blanket I made was when my last blanket that I made was a corner to corner, which was so fun. It was. Are you doing it in the? Yeah, it's so cringy, right? It's like, ugh, like I don't know. I don't want to be that person to say all this, but it's like it does actually help my channel, and like, if you do want to hang out, you got to do that to make your likelihood of seeing that I'm online more likely. But I'm not gonna. I feel like it's kind of like a trope at this point. My nephew, he is in ninth grade now, I believe, and he when he was younger, he wanted to do. Yeah, I know, it's so weird though. It's just not me. That's not my style. Like, I've always been like, you want to, like, if you want to hang out, like, we'll hang out, but I'm never going to pressure people into, no, I'm not going to guilt and be like, there's 10 people in the room and only 6 likes. And not that there's any problem for people who do that, but for me, that's just not my style. I don't. So, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, little gorgeous creature. But yes, I do have to self-promote. Sometimes. It's easier to do it on, so I do a lot more. You messaged you later. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Sure. Okay, so this is where we should have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. And then, because we're going into the flat side, we're going directly into the half doubles right here. I am not streaming on Instagram. I haven't done that. And I haven't streamed on TikTok either. Hi, Zach. Welcome in. I haven't streamed on TikTok or Instagram. And yeah, because my Instagram, like, so I have my like personal Instagram, which I do post and share just so that we can hang out. And then I also have my makeup page. So I'm a makeup artist, and I'm moving to LA. I'm trying to get makeup work. So I have my makeup, like, TikTok and Instagram and YouTube channel. All of those I have separate, but Instagram, if for like crochet, I don't have a crochet Instagram because I just have my personal one that I occasionally will post my makes, but I don't do it as often because I don't know why I don't do it actually. Because I probably could get some sales off of that. Because Facebook is weird, you know. They're all weird. I mean, isn't Instagram owned by Meta? For those of you who are new to the room, I am working on my Alzheimer's awareness blanket. I decided to bring it back after a couple of days of not working on it. I am working on a mosaic pattern, and hopefully within the next couple of days, in addition to the one that I'm working on, I will have the accompanying like pack that I want to sell. And for that, I want to have some pattern testers. And is weird, right? So I will probably be looking for pattern testers in the coming weeks, and just a few who have experience with mosaic crochet. So that's something to look out for if you are interested. It's going to be a Pride. It's going to be a Pride pack that I hope to start selling in June. But I hope I can, get everything squared away before June and make it make sense. We'll see though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So how was everyone's day? I know. So okay. So we have a vest dress, which sounds so cool. I would love to see that. We have a baby blanket for an expecting sister, which is great. Half your hand is asleep. Well, wake it the hell up. Right there, Nightbot just dropped my makeup channel. If you type at Ian W Makeup, you can see my makeup channel. It's still fairly new. It's very, very, very small. I do a couple things from doing recreating Pinterest and other makeup inspired looks, reviewing makeup, doing some other stuff as well. Spring into spring with pride, make along going on right now. Ooh, that sounds fun. Yeah, I wanted to. So I had a couple ideas in mind, and had talked out some cool ideas, but I just think that I'm getting them ready a little late, and I don't think that my like I would need more time to get them squared away, because so like I had this doll that I was working on for a long time, and I was trying to get it right, and what was giving me the most trouble was doing the hands. And I my old laptop had the pattern on it in Word, and my old laptop died, and so I still have that laptop, and I need to see if listen to you too. It's awake now. um, and so I need to see if I can get that pattern that I did work on. Although I think at this point, because I think there are a lot of things that I would change about the whole thing. Um, I do not care if you misbehave. In fact, I encourage it. Um, so yeah, sorry. As long as you aren't being mean, I encourage bad behavior, because bad behavior is like relative, right? Right. Okay, so let me see. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so we want our three cluster to be here. So two are going to be there, and that's going to be there, and we're going to be. Yeah, this is like the weirdo emporium. Oh, my name is still my. I changed my name for when I did a makeup video, so I'm still calling me. Still calling me my other name. There, Ian is a weirdo, and and my Etsy is Ian's Weirdo Emporium. So I encourage all kinds of tomfoolishness and tomfoolery. Also, let me put everyone on screen so we can see. Because if you're not on Twitch and YouTube, then you would not see everyone's comments. I don't know if that Volare pillow code still works. It might not. I've used the Volare pillow. It's in North Carolina, where I'm from. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't know if it's like a necessity or if it does help with posture. It's not the worst thing by any means. And if you want one, give give this code a try. But I don't know for a fact if this still works. So just a heads up if you are planning on using that. It is for 15% off, and I just found it online somewhere when I bought my pillow. For some people, that pillow is going to be worth it and make their life 1,000 times easier. For other people, they're going to be like, that's a total waste of money and I don't need that. So all about what works for you. I also might have a coupon for my crochet handle that I can use with my aluminum hooks. That might work still. Can I throw a pillow at spring? I mean, I would say that I'm not going to condone that because, yeah, because that could escalate. I'm just going to say that could escalate. Throwing things can escalate into like, you broke my glasses or you made me throw my coffee or like, whatever. Why am I thinking about like just me, me having things thrown at me and how I've. Okay, then fighting words. Okay, pillow fight commence. See, I could like pretend to like hit you with a pillow, but then I'd like knock my laptop off of my little stand, and then it would hit my cat, and then somehow like I'd spill all my drinks over here, and then I'd accidentally light an electrical fire with the outlet for. So there's a lot. So like I don't, I have to be careful about what I engage in because, wow, am I so clumsy? It is impressive. Where did my hook go? There's only so many places it can be. The pillow fighting ninja. I love that. I love a good pillow fight. It is very fun. So I had been hinting at a contest that I might do soon, and I just want you all, just for people who are waiting anxiously for my pitiful, tiny little contest that I was talking about. I have kind of gone back to the drawing board about it because I ran it by someone and they were like, "Nah, it's not that good of an idea." And like it was coming from a place of love. They weren't trying to be hateful or mean or anything. They're like, "That's not a great idea." And so I am kind of going back to the drawing board about what I want to do. So just a heads up that the contest idea thing has been pushed because I need to work on it a little bit more to kind of get the kind of get the idea to have legs, you know, a little bit more. You said you wanted to throw a pillow at spring first, Zach, so you need to stick around because you started it and you got to finish it. And I'm not forcing you, but you got to be a man of your word. If you're gonna start a fight, you got to be there to finish it. I'm just saying. That's what you got to do. I believe in you. You know what I realized when I started working on this project is that I never make anything really in any of these colors. Like the max there might be some purple in there, but like I never make anything that has purple in it. Does anyone else have colors that they kind of like never crochet or like make anything so it's in timeout for now and that's okay. Yeah. Um, but does anyone else have colors they kind of like never work with? And also, do you have colors that you like always gravitate to? Like if you see like a line of yarn that looks really interesting, you'll always pick like this color. Like for me, like I'll always pick the green. I can't like I will always go like to the green yarn first. It's just like I can't help it. You and it. Oh, that's sweet, Zach. You are awesome too. Pink is a no. Yeah, I don't. I have only used pink in like when I'm doing a like a rainbow or like a pastel rainbow or something like that. Like I am not a pink person either. Purple, less like not really, but like pink, yeah, I don't really do anything with it. Green is my favorite color. Oh, nice. Like I'm always torn if there's both of these, if I should go like with like a like super bright green. Like I love like what is described as like a slime green. Like I love that green. That's always super gorgeous to me. But then like nothing beats like a forest green. Oh, it's so good. I think after Monday Night's Live, I might take a break. Haven't decided yet. Well, you don't have to decide. That's the thing, Zach. And like I know, you know, just just know that whatever you decide, it's not set in stone and has to be true. You know, just kind of like, you can let yourself kind of figure it out as you go on. But if you're feeling burnt out, tired, all of that stuff, you're allowed to take a break. It's okay. In fact, pushing through burnout just makes it 10 times worse. Forest green or emerald green. Oh my gosh, emerald green, so pretty. I love neons as well. Yes, I do. I love some neons. I really want to try the Hirschner's neons uh, because they are really pretty and they have solids and they have the variegateds. I feel like it. I feel like it though. When I take a break, I piss people off. Honestly, I'm not trying to be mean, but if someone is like, "Hey, you're taking a break," and I'm mad at you for that, that's a total loser move. Like, that's a stupid reason to be mad at someone. Like, life is so short, and but also like, why would you want someone at like 10 to 25% capacity and they're miserable, instead of like being like, just go take a nap, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, anyone who gets mad at that, like, if people get mad at me for taking time off, which granted, a lot of times I take time off because I'm literally in mental institutions, literally, if people got mad at me for taking time off, like, you know, like, get a fucking life. Like, I'm sorry. But that's my personal opinion, and you're welcome to have um, a different opinion about that. But for me, I just like it. I think that one thing that if you are worried about what other people think about these things, it's just like being consistent with what you say. So if you say you're going to take a break, take a break. We say you're going to keep going, keep going. If you can, you know, don't kill yourself over that. Don't like stress yourself out into a place where you feel like you're dying with this. I but like if that's what bothers, if that's what unsettles you, but honestly, who gives a fuck? It is YouTube. This is YouTube. These are low stakes. If people cannot handle someone not showing up every Monday or every whatever day or what the fuck ever to be on YouTube, drink a cup of tea, you know, maybe go on YouTube and find like a nice yoga video that you can do to kind of relax your body, and just learn to focus on things that actually matter, because someone going on live does not actually matter. And I cannot explain that enough. You know what I mean? I hope this sounds encouraging and not like demoralizing and shitty. That's my hope. Okay, so let's play through the tape. This is a technique used by some groups. Okay, so they play through the tapes. You need some time off. They are mad at you. They unsubscribe. Then what? Okay. And I'm leaving this for you to fill in however you want. Now, here's another way it could play out. You feel pressured to go and perform, because it is performing. Even if you're just being yourself, it is a lot of energy to be on live, because we have to be ready for whatever is happening here, because sometimes you get trolls, sometimes you get people who you're like, what the fuck is going on? And so it can take a lot of mental energy to be on live, right? Like, that's why people get burnt out, because it's a lot of fucking energy. And so, but you're like, I don't want people to unsubscribe. So you push through it anyways. Well, places the tape. What happens then? And that's something that only you can decide, Zach, or whoever else is thinking about something like this, or just life. If you can't make everybody happy, in fact, if you're making everybody happy and that's your expectation, you're bound to make someone miserable. And that person's probably going to be yourself first. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to get that time to recharge. And then if someone comes and stalks you to see what you're doing, then you call the police. And you get authorities involved because you deserve your privacy. I laugh because I literally don't know what else to say to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Or you call me and I cross the border into Canada and I open up a can of whoop ass on someone. And I will happily do that for you, Zach. But honestly, the thing is, like, and if we don't, if our lives, how to say this, for some of us, I'll include myself, a lot of my social life is on YouTube. And I, it feels like higher stakes if people unsubscribe or something like that. But if people were going to unsubscribe because you needed a week, 2 weeks, whatever, to recharge, they're going to unsubscribe for another reason. They're going to find a reason to unsubscribe if not this. So, and if you want my advice on it, it's do what you got to do, but only you can make that decision, Zach. Also, I've heard you talking about this for quite a while, and I think that that shows that you kind of do need this. But if you want to continue, you know, continue doing your lives, you know, then, you know, keep showing up. Just know what you're doing about it. Thank you. I'm bowing. I'm sitting in bed, so I can't really like it. It just looks like I'm moving my head like 2 inches, which is kind of what happened. That's me bowing. I'm just I like for me I can't I feel like I can't live my life based on what I think other people are gonna do or how they're gonna feel about me, because if I do that, I will be miserable. And people who try to control your life and make you a certain way, they're doing that because they are miserable and they are trying to make you as miserable as they are. And like that's something that I've found out kind of through time. So I'm not going to give anyone the satisfaction of making me miserable like them. I make myself miserable. That's my job. I said this before and I'll say it again. Whoever gets this is going to get there's gonna be like a couple like just like yellow hairs, just so you remember who made this. There's also probably some Scotty hair because Scotty is a Scottish fold, a long hair Scottish fold. So if you find any like black hairs that are like this, like thin but like this long, yeah. I mean, it's not like he like lays on this. Like he like my other cat would like lay on my projects and stuff like this. But Scotty kind of stays under like the sheets and just like a little gremlin. Uh, but uh, but yeah, he does shed, so hair gets places when you have cats and pets. It's just what it is. So thank you for coming to my TED Talk. uh, I am going to take a quick refueling and using the restroom break. So I'm going to take a step away and stretch and pee real quick. But I will be back in just a wee bit. wee bit. So, if you two need to use the restroom, stretch, whatever, feel free to do that because it's your body. Thank you all for your patience. Okay, tell you about how long I've been crocheting. So, I think that I have been crocheting uh, since 2019, 2020. Before that, I knit kind of off and on for years. Never really stuck with any project long enough to finish really anything, but I did enjoy knitting. And then I had a kind of like medical crisis that led to a mental health crisis that never fucking ended. Um, and uh, I went into a residential treatment facility, and so that's where like you stay all the time, like you don't leave at night or anything. So you have like treatment during the day, and then you stay at night and you're watched. So I was there, and I was there with a woman. There were several people there, but one of the other patients there she had to be in her 70s or something. She was so sweet, and I had my knitting needles because I had like the bamboo ones, the bamboo circulars. And I brought those to entertain myself because it gets really boring on the like in those situations like this. You're just like, what do I do? So I was gonna knit, and I had yarn, and I had yarn with me, and she was like, I used to know how to crochet, but I don't remember how to do it anymore, and I would really, I miss it. I wish I could do it again. And I was like, oh, well, we should just teach ourselves how to crochet. Um, and not knowing what I was getting myself into, the level of hobby I was getting myself into, and how addicted I was going to become to it. So I ordered some cheap crochet hooks, very similar to the just the cheap sets of like aluminum hooks. So like an $8 set of hooks, and we watched YouTube videos and taught ourselves how to crochet, and I've been crocheting ever since. I've kind of gone through a bunch of stages of what I do make, but I pretty much have landed on just trying to. I pretty much just make like weird stuff at this point. That's kind of my crochet niche, I suppose. But I also do a lot of like my main seller and my Etsy page is the packers that I make, and packers are um, prosthetic bulges for trans men and trans masc folks to wear in their pants, just to feel some gender euphoria, to feel a little bit more comfortable in their appearance. So that's kind of my crochet story as it goes thus far. But I I I've I feel like I've met a bunch of different types of crocheters, and feel really lucky to have that. You didn't ask for my whole crochet story. You just asked for how long I've been crocheting. But I feel like I have such like what do I knit? I haven't knit in so long. I think I did a video on my second channel, which is not my makeup channel. I have several channels, but on my second channel, I did one on like just kind of the beginnings on how to knit, which it was like how to cast on, and then I did a video on how to knit, and then one on how to purl. But for me, knitting, like the learning curve of the two, like I I feel like I could do basic knitting, and it was easy enough to learn, but getting good at it, or doing like really impressive knitting, I was like, that was just like such a huge steep like learning curve for me. And then crochet, it was harder to start out, but then once I learned, it was so much easier to get better, and to get into these more kind of like advanced things. So how long have you been crocheting? And this goes for everyone in the chat. Or even if you don't crochet, if you do another craft, how long have you been doing it? Yeah, tell me a little bit about your story. I love crafting, just kind of like, I love all kinds of crafting. I always have been a very crafty person. Like a lot of it's like, I know a little bit about this, I know a little bit about this. Before I left from North Carolina to California, the craft that I was getting into was leatherworking, which was so exciting, but so fucking intimidating because leatherworking to me is unlike anything else I've ever done. Like I have sewn, and that's totally different too, but like fun and kind of like, you know, you can kind of like wiggle. Um, you know, if something doesn't quite fit, kind of like, you know, if hope make something stretchy or whatever. But for me, leather working was just this totally different animal. Yes, trans fiber artist here. How are you doing, Soda? Welcome in. What kind of fiber artist are you? Are you a crocheter? Are you a knitter? Are you a weaver? Well, I don't know what I'm doing with my fucking arms. And also, this is the second time today that I've been clocked as trans, which I know I don't pass, so it's not hurting my feelings, but clocked. Okay, so Zach says he's been diamond painting for 2 years. I can't believe it's 2 years already. Still been drawing and coloring most of your life. I have not seen any of your drawings, Zach. I would love to. I want to pick up the hook again, just not brave enough yet. Zach, if you want one-on-one lessons, we can do that. If you want, we're gonna get you back on that hook. We're gonna get you if you want, but when you're ready. Okay, Spring says 42 years crocheting, knitting, spinning. That's awesome. Weaving, needle tatting. I feel like I should know what needle. I oh I I I think I was gonna look into doing needle tatting, but the minute I opened up a book at the library and it was like of tatting, and I was like, whoa, because I wanted to make something, and I just my brain just like melted like that. So that's super cool. You are super cool and a rock star. Okay, so crochet for 3 to 4 years. So pretty similar, and then knitting for a year and a half. Yes. Crocheting everything else. Hey Lydia, welcome in. I just asked everyone how long they've been crocheting, knitting, whatever yarn or whatever craft you do, whether it's yarn based or not, fiber based or not. So if you want to answer, you're welcome to. Yeah, knitting, I'm so, no, it's okay. No, it's totally fine. I'm so glad you found your person. Also, I think that I might have put LGBT and trans in my description so that people could find me, because I'm not covert, and I don't really care that I'm not covert. And I'm happy with being open about being trans and queer. Just who I am. Ian, I'll send you a picture of what I started when I was crocheting, and then you frogged it. Okay. Lamp working and blowing glass. Oh my gosh, Spring, you are hitting us with all the crafts. That's cool as hell. Oh my god, I'm so accident prone. blowing glass, I I would hurt so many people in a devastating accident. I did take an elective like back in grade school that was like stained glass, and I went to a magnet school. That's how you know it was fucking fancy. But it was stained glass, and that's such a cool glass is just a crazy raw material to work with. Loom knitting for about 20 years. That's super cool. Uh, and crochet 19 years, knitting needles for about 2 years. Very nice, very nice. Right? The glasswork sounds so cool. Okay, so this is probably a really hard question. So, what is everyone's like, or does anyone have like either like a favorite thing that they've ever made, or like something that they're super proud of, or something that they're working on that they're really excited about? I get like really pumped when I hear about stuff like this. When I get people's creativity and stuff. Oh, I'm getting someone's blowing up my shit. Zach's blowing up my shit. Zach, you did that and you frogged it? Why'd you frog it? It looks so good. Your stitches look good. They look even. It looks like that yarn itself might be a little bit difficult to work with because there's a bit of a halo on it, which are a little fuzz on it. It might be a little fuzzy yarn. And sometimes those yarns can be a little harder. So I don't know if that made a difference with you. Yeah, I don't. People who do the diamond art, the sticker painting by number, um, all of those things, I do not know how anyone has that patience. I don't know. The fly pigs I made out of glass was fun. That sounds so freaking cute. That sounds so cute. Yeah, glasswork would be a really cool skill. Um, yeah, I really wish I could get back into leather, but it's not that expensive of a hobby, but you just to get started, it can be a bit expensive. And and then also like you can't buy just like I mean you can buy like belt cuts. So if you want to make a belt, that's an easy project. Or they have like pre-made a lot of places like Tandy Leather, which is an international company. They like they sell kits, so you don't need to buy every single thing. I mean, uh, but if you want to start working on like your own thing, like soda, I got into leather, or I got into leather working because I wanted to make a leather binder, um, and because of reasons. And but binders are so complicated in the first place, and then boom, you add like the the leather element to it, and casting on a dragon scarf. It's double knit and on 2 millimeter needles. Ooh, that's tiny. Yeah, and scarf. Here's the thing, and I know this is maybe a stupid thing to say. I don't make scarves that often because if I start making a scarf, I always forget how freaking long scarves have to be. Like, they are so long. I mean, on average, like a shorter ish scarf that you can like loop around is like what, like 5 feet long? Like, that takes forever. But that sounds super amazing. Um, and yeah, it'll take a while, but it will be worth it. And honestly, it's great to start a project like that now so that if you get tired of it, you can put it down, you can wait a little while, pick it back up, and by the time you're done with it, it'll be actually cool. Elastic paneling between the leather. Yeah, that's an interesting, yeah. I like the binder that I wear, the front panel of it is like has no stretch at all. That's underneath like the like elastic of like the tank. Um, so so I was wanting something that was I was probably gonna go, and I wanted something I could put on myself. I didn't need help putting on, but I also needed it to not have cleavage. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is a project and a half. And I am a curvy boy. So so it was gonna be intense, but I wanted to get decent at making other things. I did make a crochet hook holder and was going to kind of start refining that a little bit, but then I had a big mental boo boo bad time. And I sent myself to California. You should grab that hook and make it work again. You were doing a great job. Right? I know. It's so good. It's so good. Zach, you did a great job, especially working in the round. Sometimes people find working in the round helps them, and sometimes to start, and sometimes people like working in the flat on the flat is easier. It really depends on you. Some people like starting with granny squares. Some people like starting with any other project in the world. For me, I did not start with granny squares, and now I hate granny squares so much. Well, I don't hate them. I just they're not like it's just not like I don't know. It's not a stitch that I ever gravitate to, if that makes sense. Okay, we're at the flat part, which means we're doing this. Oh my gosh, so that I just had an idea about like what if you were like, oh, another trans fiber artist, and no one knew I was trans here. I don't know why it's so funny to me. Just, you lack confidence in yourself. You need to work on that. Hey, we all need to work on something. It's both, especially most of us need to work on confidence in ourselves and trusting ourselves. It's okay. Just try to be better than the day you were before. That's all we can do. Dan, that sounds like a fucking motivational poster if I've ever heard one. I detest granny squares. Yeah, same. Same. And I will I don't mind, like things that are I don't hate as much things like hexagon cardigans and stuff like the granny squares and stuff. Um uh because you don't have to sew all the granny squares together. But making a bunch of granny squares and sewing that together, I will never do that. I the ADHD in me, no, no, not on my watch. Oh, once fair enough. Yeah, yeah, the Packers. Also, if you want the Packer pattern, um, I have that is a free pattern, so I would be happy to share that with anyone who wants to make Packers. Um, and you can make them for yourself. You can sell them, anything like that. Um, I was actually part of the pattern testing for it, and then this person I'm sewing them together. Exactly. fuck that noise. But the person who wrote the pattern wanted it to be free, wanted it to be accessible, wanted to make it just is doing a huge service for trans masc and trans men. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Very nice. So if anyone wants a pattern, I'm just going to go ahead and put it up in the chat. I don't know if my screen's going to do something weird. But if it does, it does. It is what it is. Blah, 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 blah. Is this going to be a really long pattern? I feel like this is going to be such a long URL. It could be worse. It could be worse. Okay, so I'm pinning that to the top. So if you want to make a packer for anyone or yourself, that is the link to the Google Doc where you can make it for where you can make it. You can also make these to donate to LGBTQ centers, or if you know anywhere else to donate it, that's definitely an option. But that is there. Let me know if the link works if you try to look at it. Yeah, absolutely. It's my pleasure to share. It was shared with me so graciously, and this pattern has definitely touched a lot of people, and that is exactly what they wrote it for. And I'm so honored that I was it feels like I kind of like fanboy a little bit that I was in at the ground floor, but I'm just happy that I'm able to share this. The link works. Okay, great. Also, there are patterns that I will frequently post in Army of Weirdos on Facebook. Like I mentioned earlier, if you weren't in the room, we do have a Facebook group called Army of Weirdos. I think a couple groups have the same name, but ours is the one that has a green pillow that says fuck. Wonder who did that. And I just post a bunch of patterns and fun, stupid stuff. But yeah, if you want to join Army of Weirdos, feel free. That's another place where you can let your freak flag fly. And I like it. I'm a big fan, but I also invented it. So it was nice to meet you, Spring. Yeah. Thank you for hanging out. I really appreciate it. hope to see you around these streets more. Okay, so we're getting to the end of the row, and hopefully this was done correctly, so that I don't have to do this again. Okay, where I started feels like this doesn't feel right. Let me see how this matches with everything else. Okay, so what the fuck is going on? Oh, I hate this blanket. I hate this blanket. What if I just broke my frills right here? Talk and see you later, Serene. Oh, yeah, Mother's Day. That is coming up, is it not? Okay. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't. Why is this different? Okay, I'm gonna cheat this one because I've done this several times, and I'm hoping that this is not a big deal. I wish someone could just come up here and be like, help me. My recent presents was a knit vest with my top surgery scars on it. Oh, that's awesome. It was one of the ideas that made me want to learn to knit in the first place. Best part of this hobby is being able to do whatever you want. Exactly. I made something. I was gonna go to the hands off merch. I ended up not being able to go, but I did make something for it. I'll be right back and I'll show you. And granted, it's not like I like made a shirt from scratch, but I had found this shirt, and it just has like guys at a swimming pool. Could the light just work? It's just like guys at a swimming pool, right? But I crocheted around like the edges, and also this was like, well, it was like a 6X when I got it. So I cut the edges and I crocheted some mesh on the sides, and also had to do the shoulders, and then had like the trans pride big twist yarn, and then I put top surgery scars on this one. Yeah, it is cool, but that's so cool. I would really like to see that. If you want to join that group and you want to show off um, what you made, that would be awesome. Yeah, because it was like I found out about that surgery. I was gonna do something with that shirt anyways, and then I found out about um, March like with less than 24 hours. Thank you. Bef- like to get ready for it, and so I wanted something to wear, because and so um, adding top skirts to anything makes it cool. Absolutely. Um, and so I didn't have much time, so I was just like trying to like get through it as quickly as possible. Did I chain 2 there? No. Okay, you're gonna work. You're gonna stop being a little bitch. I'm talking to the yarn, obviously. So on Facebook, I have a group. I guess I'd like to say we have a group. So it's called Army of Weirdos. Not everyone's on Facebook. If you're not on Facebook, that's fine. You don't have to, and even if you're on Facebook, you don't have to join. But it's called Army of Weirdos. There's a couple that have the same name. So this one is this one is the one with the green pillow as the picture. I should change the pillow I changed the picture because it's been that way for a long time. So I should change it, but keep forgetting. But we post all kinds of stuff in there, stuff we want to save for later, stuff that inspires us, stuff that makes us laugh, all types of stuff. So if you do want to join the Facebook group, that is there. It exists for people to join if they want. Oh, my light's been on this whole time. Oh, and spring. Yay, approve everyone. Yep, so that's Army of Weirdo. Facebook for yarn groups these days. Fair. Oh, my wrist just like made a transformer sound. which would be cool if it weren't my wrist doing it. Yes, I also talk to my arms and no worries. Okay, cool. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, DSM diagnoses fit too well. Shit. Okay, so finally finished that round. Jeez, is it taking me longer and longer every time I do it too? Oh my gosh, this is just like blankets. Just really buttering my biscuits in like the way that I don't like. Maybe I should think of a different phrase because I really like buttered biscuits. I'll take this Army of Weirdos off. Okay, let's find this YouTube video again. So let's see if we can get this round right, because this round has been the one that's been kicking my ass. It's quite rude. Tails. Apple pie and coffee. Like, oh, apple pie and coffee. Like that? Is that instead of like butter that really butters my biscuits? Also, I don't know if I've ever said butter to my biscuits like that before in my whole life. So it was a little bit of an odd one, but kind of came out of left field. But you know, it's what it is. I think the cat's trying to escape. Scotty. You're under the comforter, not the. Okay, so if this flies off the bed, shoot a picture of your vest. Oh, nice. I will look that up in 1 second. Okay, let's see. Warehouse. It's so weird because it never shows up in order. Let me see it. Right, there we go. Oh my gosh. That looks so cool. It also does remind me a little bit of a football just because of the colors. Oh my gosh, tenderqueer. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, this is so much goodness. I can't even take it. I love it. That's so cool. That is amazing work. That is amazing. I love that. Well, you could. I could what? Sorry, I'm lost. But I know I'm lost because I said something and I let me see if Scotty wants to come say hello to everyone. Scottrick, come say hi to Daddy's friends. Oh, hi, baby. Hi, baby. I just see that football now. How you doing, baby? Yeah, I mean, honestly, you can make like a million of those. I think that if you ever wanted to sell things, if you like selling um, your makes, that would be very popular. Aren't his eyes just so crazy? My ex said that he looks like a Muppet baby, and now it's all I can see. Like he's so furry, and his eyes are so big; they're just not even real looking. I like to play the game of how many times I can kiss him before he tries to run away. Yes, this is Scotty. If you haven't met him, he is a Scottish fold. That's why his ears look like a Scottish fold's ears. But he's also a long hair cat. You heard of Stampeders, right? Eh, no, I have not heard of that. What is that? Oh my goodness, you're so cute. You're so cute. Hello, sir. Black cats are the best. He's my first black cat. I've had tuxedos, but I've never had an all black cat. Um, I've wanted one because one, black cats are awesome. Two, things that are in black are generally greater than things that aren't. And then also, I know that they don't get adopted as much, and they do um, suffer a lot more cruelty than other cats. So I've always wanted a black cat. And then also, I was obsessed with Hocus Pocus, like any good goth kid. So I needed a black cat named Binks, and I was gonna name him Binks, but my past two pets have had Star Trek names, and so I was like, should he have a Star Trek or like a nerdy name? And then he's a Scottish fold, so Scotty is what I ended up with, and I actually really like it. He is he's long hair. He's a long hair um, baby. His hair is about like that long. He's a security cat. Um, uh, he his previous owners like no you know, I'm not trying to be an asshole to them, but I just don't think that they really knew much about cats. Like when I met him, they introduced him to me with him in like a baby pose, and so like I went like very slowly because like I just could see my life flash before my eyes, and like I went very slowly and finally got to like pet him, and they're like, this is the first time no one's hissed it, or he hasn't hissed at someone. I'm like, you're holding a cat like a baby. So like to me, like that's like cardinal sin, right? And then, but they had him for 2 years, and the other cat, um, it's okay. So it's a football team up in Calgary, Canada. Same with Calgary Flames. Oh, I did not know. Yeah, I actually don't really know anything about sports. Um, yep, it's there are some sports I actually do like. I don't follow them, but if they're on, I will watch them. But football, like American football, even though you're talking about the U.S., I football is one I can't get interested in it. I don't understand the rules mostly, and then I just am like, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. Not but like soccer, like that's way cooler. If you're talking about that kind of football, that's cooler. But then people say soccer is boring, and I'm like, these people are like literally running like miles a game. Like it's crazy. Like are we not talking about how I mean all of them are athletes and amazing at what they do, but like it's so crazy. Okay, anyways, sorry. But no, I don't know of them because I don't really follow football at all. Oh, that's not the right thing. I have been thinking about making stuff for the Dodgers, which I haven't really watched any football ever in my life. I'm not football, baseball in my life. But people here, I live in LA now, and people here are obsessed with the Dodgers, and I'm like, I could definitely sell some Dodgers gear. So I feel like I should make some Dodger stuff to sell, or any just make sports team stuff. Um, but I haven't really done that before. Um, I did. I have made. I did have one product that I when I was knitting actually. Um, I made a wolf uh, levy. I really like making levies. I think that those are such I don't know if they're necessarily underrated gifts, but I don't feel like I hear people talking about them as much. So I don't know if they've like stopped being popular among makers or people buying them, or both. Do you all make levies? Do you like making levies? Do you think they're cool, or do you think that they're stupid? I literally heard someone the other day like on YouTube say that they didn't like making them, or they thought they were stupid or something like that. Oh, wait. You went to a Stampeders game and you hated it with your fiance. Yeah, I feel like you gotta be interested in it, or like into some part of it for something. Honestly, if I had to go to a sports game that I didn't like, with a significant other, I just bring crochet. I'd be like, I'm bringing crochet. I don't care if we're on like some kind of jumbotron and I'm looking stupid because I'm crocheting and bored out of my mind. This is how you get me there. You buy me yarn. You take me places. You can see why my marriage failed. Dark humor. The yarn is getting. So I'm dealing with Lion Brand pound of love equivalent, bundle of love. Bundle is a variegated version, and I have gone on record many a time saying how much I really don't like working with Pound of Love. However, this yarn ball in particular has been very nice to me thus far. It was very easy to find the center pull. It has not split into a million bajillion pieces, and I'm so thankful. Thank you for your service. However, because I've had to make it and frog it and make it and frog it and make it and frog it, and you get what the fuck I'm saying, it's starting to really split now, and I'm losing it. But it's okay. I'll be better in a second. Yeah, it's splitting pretty badly right now, which I find quite rude. Yeah, I actually like the only professional sports uh like game that I've gone to is our hockey games, and I really enjoy watching hockey. Um, Wolves and Loves. I would say is they're not stupid. But you know what I'm talking with the lubbies. You know what I'm talking about, where it has like an animal head and maybe it has arms, maybe it doesn't. But then the rest of it is a blanket, so it's like a head in the center of a blanket that you pull up, and the body is like a blanket. Oh, thanks. I can get cheap viewers on Stream Boo. Remove the space. Yeah, you put the space there because you're fucking bot. Whatever. I get the views I get. So I brought my project with me. Nice. Yeah, hockey games are super fun. I've heard that they crack down on some of the rules, so there's less fights, which makes me a little sad because that's kind of the most fun part about it. But I think it's kind of they're trying to be more in line with like concussion, uh, you know, being more mindful about concussions in the sport, uh, like every other sport is, which is which is good because concussions can ruin people's lives. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 15. I've said it in other streams and I will say it again. Doing work in the third loop is something that I have been intimidated by for quite a long time, because I could not figure out where this mystical third loop was. But the results of it are insane. Like they look so good having that, just like how the third, doing it in the third loop flips the V of the stitch up. It looks so good. I love it. I'm so obsessed with it. Like right there. Oh, that's amazing. I'm obsessed with that. this dog down the street will not stop barking at any given time. Like it just like they start and they will not stop. And sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna have a firm discussion with this dog. And then I realize that I am an adult human and I need to chill the fuck out. Wrestling, I've never been to. I would love to go. And I never went to any NASCAR races, which makes me so sad because I literally, like, I'm from North Carolina. Like, I should, like, I should have gone to a NASCAR race. Like, I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina. Um, I should have gone to a NASCAR race, but I never went. So maybe one day. But NASCAR, I feel like I've heard like it's more about like the experience than actually like watching people go around and around like for most of it, not like the whole time. Monster trucks, oh my gosh, that'd be so cool. Ugh, you're just making me want to like go do stuff like that now. Okay, let's see how many slip stitches I have. Yeah, you're like, now I'm like, if I ever date again, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be like, we're gonna go to monster truck rallies. We're gonna go watch wrestling. This is giving me ideas of like things I want to start doing, and I need someone to do it with. And I think under the guise of dating, I can go to these things. I don't want to go by myself. Um, 6, 7. We're in round 31. We're going to get this right this time. My back is going to stop hurting and everything's going to be great. Someone is going to pour an ice cold beer into my mouth. I don't know how that's happening because no one is here to do that. If you have a chance, you should before you leave the earth. Good to know. I will mark that down on my calendar. I don't have my end date scheduled yet, but uh, but I'll make sure to do that. That sounds pretty awesome. Wait, I feel like I I don't understand what to what to put here. She didn't do the repeat through the the what? Okay. This is where I got stuck again. Yeah, this is where I got stuck. This is this doesn't make any fuck. Sorry. I'm gonna. That dog. Calm down and think before actions. I've done this. I've done these rows so many times, and I've had to frog them so many times because this keeps not working. That dog keeps barking. And my problem is that in this row in particular, things aren't lining up, even though I've done it 1.5 million fucking times. It's still not working, but okay, let's see if I can find in the written instructions. Because, like, it's. Hello? Helix? Helix? Hello? Welcome in. Happy to have you. I'm currently working on a branklet, and trying not to you know break my hook. Uh, so I'm just trying to figure out what the deal is because I'm having some trouble with things continuing to not be what I need them to be. Helix? Is that what I said the first time? I honestly don't remember. My brain is just like, nope, 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 nope. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. To things. It actually is not that complicated, with the exception of this row. If you look at the pinned comments, the first one is actually step by step. Written tutorial on how to do it. It's a crochet along that someone else did, and then they also have videos, so I'm following along with the videos, but I can't quite figure out why or how this keeps happening, and I am losing my marbles totally and completely. Wait. Wait, I don't even think I started this one in the right place. Then that would really mess things up, but it still looks fine. Oh, I don't know. Okay, been there, yeah. What kind of stuff do you like to work on? What are you working on right now? If your hook or your needles or whatever you like to work on. I'm going to on June 21st. I'm going to be having an auction for Alzheimer's awareness, and this is going to be my contribution. So if you want to come hang out, then if you want to donate items, money, whatever, any of that, I'm going to have that going on. This really makes no sense. Working on a shawl I intend to wear my brother's wedding next month. Oh, very cool. I don't make many shawls, but I'm always very impressed by people who do, because it's such a commitment. What kind of shawl are you making? Colors? Cool. Also, I didn't even start the whole thing right. What in the hell? Okay, so I have to frog it. Okay. You're a hooker. Me too. Happy hooker. Oh wait. I did start it. It just looks terrible and wrong. Okay. Okay. So one thing that so I frogged stuff that I did not need to do. But that's okay. That's in the right place. Everything is gonna be fine. nothing's gonna blow up because you are a dumb, dumb bitch. A bod pattern, then shaling, textured chevron. Ooh, fingering viscose yarn. You are a brave, brave soul. I do love Bag-O-Day. Bag-O-Day is amazing. Knitting and crochet painter. Whoa. Everyone's so talented. That's so awesome. Okay. Wait, I'm looking at the wrong. It's like, what? Don't call yourself names. I mean, if I don't, who will? I mean, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm sure someone could wander in here just super easily and do it for me. But I find it very motivating to and humbling. You know, like it. Like I promise you, like someone wrote out and made videos of very detailed videos of all of this. So you know, you never know. I mean, it's all about perspective, right? And also, I started making this like several weeks ago and have put this away for about a week because I kept running to the same problem, which was exactly what is happening here. And I just don't know. I don't know what's going wrong. Like the road before, it's fine. Okay, so slip stitches. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, time out. And that's what I was hoping is that I would put it away and it would be fine. Or it would like, it's like something in my brain would click. But thus far, nothing has clicked. I keep I keep living in a feedback loop of like, nope, nope, nope. And if this were for me, I would cut corners so easily. So easily, it's not even funny. But um, since like 2019, 2020, I had been a crocheter, a knitter before that, like kind of off and on for several years. Never really getting projects done, just kind of knitting when I felt like it, just for fun. And then I picked up crocheting and haven't put it down. I love it. It's definitely been addicting. How about you? And that dog is still barking. Like, chill out, my guy and or girl and or however you identify. Chill out. I just need you to shh. I push my fan away. I have a little fan. You're an old lady. Well, I feel like an old man, so that's okay. Almost 30 years. That's awesome. I think we had you beat. I think it wasn't you, Moonrose. Who was it? It was starts with an S. Spring. I think Spring was in here earlier saying that they had been crocheting for 42 years. So it's not about how long you've been doing it. It's about how much fun you're having doing it. And right now, I'm not having that much fun. It'll get better. Because I'm having this as an auction item. I want it. I don't want to, like just like squeeze a stitch in where I like drop something or whatever. Like, I want it to be good, even, and right, and not, taking shortcuts. But who knows? I read this thing one time. It was like when something teleports to your last nerve. I'm like, boom, we are here. Also, look at this burn that I got. Isn't that great? I burnt the hell out of myself the other day. It's like, ouch. You got yourself an Addy. Nice. This thing's rock, right? I got myself the little Addy. It's in North Carolina. I think I'm gonna bring that back from North Carolina. I'm going at the end of the month because my sister's getting married. But the Centro, I'm happy with like the larger Centro. The small Centro, I'm like, this thing is just made to break. But the Addy, yeah, it rocks. Got myself a 22 pin, and I made more than 15 hats with it. Wait, you made hats with the 22 pin? Because that's pretty tiny. I've yet to pick up knitting. Crochet is pretty forgivable, and I know how to fudge my way through. Exactly. Exactly. I'm sure there's ways to do it with knitting, but I don't know how to do that. I got the basics. I was saying it earlier. Like, I feel like knitting, it's really I feel like it's easier to start and get the basics, but getting really good at knitting, that is a whole nother thing. Whereas crochet, like, it's a little tricky to start, like see where your stitches are and everything. But after that, like getting good, like the learning curve is a lot softer. I found. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now that we've done 15, I'm reading through the written instructions. 2 half double crochets in a chain 2. I just got the 48 needle Centro. Nice. Haven't even taken out of the box yet. There are so many fun things that you can make with that Centro. You're gonna have such a good time. Oh, the king size. I thought you said the 22 pin. because you said Addie King and then you said 22 pin. So my brain was like melted a little bit. But that's, again, I'll blame the LA sun. Yeah. Oh my gosh, making hats and that, so fun. I actually, so it's on the Addy 22, but I have a pattern. Tis not the season, but I have a pattern for for the 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 smaller Addy. If anyone is ever interested. I also have, well, I did have, so this is my Grinch. And then I also have a video tutorial on how to do a drop stitch market bag. So that's actually free, but it's just on a different, it's on my other YouTube. Hold on a second. Let me find it. I am happy that you found me as well, so we can hang out. So I have a lot of stitches in here. Here is the drop stitch market bag. This whole playlist is just stitches and stuff. Oh, this is such a long link. I don't like that. Okay, this is a little better. I used to do them more often, but I haven't done any in a while. So I don't know. I haven't really had time to, because I'm doing this fucking blanket. But maybe I'll think of something to do worth doing a tutorial on. Also, I just don't have. I'm still working on like space for things and stuff like that. I used to do like a stitch of the month and all kinds of stuff. Not right now. Not on tonight. If you know that reference, we're meant to be friends. If you don't know that reference, it's okay too. But if you know that reference, I'm gonna take it as a really good sign for us. Oh my gosh. I need to stretch. Okay, stretch break. That's enough to put it's enough to push record and back home. Do you have videos? Do you have a channel? If you have a channel, I would be happy to check it out. Actually, if anybody does, I should also ask that as like a courtesy. Why haven't I been doing that? It's so rude. If you do have a channel, let me know. You can't post links, but you can do like the at symbol and your channel name, and I can find you like that. Just make sure that it's actually what your channel name is, um, because a lot of people don't know what it is, and that like it's impossible to search. Um, so like so like see from me right there, mine. Uh, I actually, you know what? I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think that's like I was saying. Most people don't know what it is, and I'm just now realizing that that's not right. I believe my channel name is because I changed something and um, oopsie. That is hilarious, though. That was good. Let me change this. Nightbot, stop being a twat. I mean, what? That's my Instagram handle, so it makes sense. I think I should check. I should check, just check. I'm sorry. Oh. Yeah, that's definitely not my thing. Yeah, I had to change it. Oopsies. Okay, but Nightbot is correct now. Twice. Not used enough. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and I love your pink hair. Okay, so it looks like that's not. It looks like that's the name of your channel, but not your at sign. But I think I can find you because I can see you. Oh, you look so cool. I love your glasses. And the flowers behind you. Subscribe. Ding bell. Ding dong. Yeah, because your little I'll just show you what yours looks like, because clearly none of us know what ours is. That's what yours is, though. Um, cool. Oh, this your page looks awesome. Oh my gosh, I'ma check you out. That sounded weird. Sorry, I don't know. I'm weird. It's just is what it is. Wait, did I type that or did you type that? Because I had the. Oh wait, yeah, we both did. Yeah, it's how you get around like the pesky like link thing, but they make it so hard to search for like if you had exactly the name of the channel. And I get that like someone could technically name their channel something that's the same, but like they make it so tricky to find channels. I think it shouldn't be as hard as they make it. So But you know who listens to me? Nobody. Okay, we are back here. I should actually make a timer for the charity. It's a vibe and you seem to fit. Yes, the vibe. I'm just gonna add some new timers to my Nightbot. Alzheimer's. I have to. Interval. I'm gonna do it frequently, and it's gonna be annoying as fuck, but that's okay. Did it work? I don't know. Oh, that's fine. Okay. It's like, it's not even 10 o'clock, and my brain's like, sub to your thingy. Thank you. Thank you for subbing to my thingy. Also, I hope you like crude humor because it gets real bad here sometimes. I'm not saying I'm the grossest person alive, but I love this little fan and how it has a little stand. That's really nice. So I can. It's also really great for makeup, and I have kind of scoffed at people who've been like using things like this for makeup for a while, but oh, it actually is really awesome. Where am I located? So I'm currently located in Los Angeles. I'm from North Carolina. I've been in California since October, but now I live in LA. I'm a makeup artist and full-time cat dad. What about you? I've been able to find my deodorant for at least a week. Hey, zero judgment on that one. Because I, like, with my ADHD, I'm going to blame my ADHD. I mean, it's a valid excuse. I forget a lot of things. I have, like, and I do have, like, huge memory problems. But, like, I mean, I think this is kind of just, yeah, sure, ADHD. I will forget. There we go. Oh, I don't like how it doesn't have space there. I forget to brush my teeth or put deodorant on or anything like that. Sometimes, frequently, a lot of times. Don't like uh, Odd Oasis of East. Is that Utah? UT. I mean, that's the only thing that starts um, with you. It starts with you. Uh, cool. Do you like it there? I spent some time in Utah. It wasn't the place for me. Put it somewhere smart. Yes, I understand that completely. Yeah, the smarter place you put it, and the more you're like, it makes sense because I'm gonna put it there. I'm gonna have to do this to boom, 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 boom. Yeah, oh, I get it. Yeah, Utah wasn't that bad for me. I went when I was 15. I was in a residential treatment center in Provo. Uh, and even though I was openly queer when I was there, it the staff and uh, uh, everyone. I mean, they were fine. I got bullied a little bit by the patients, but they weren't from Utah. They were just dicks. But thinking like now, I wouldn't go back. Also, there's some pretty, but yeah. Also, I think a lot of people are like when they think about you, Provo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was one of those mentally ill kids who, while I was very fortunate that my parents had the means to, um, get me into treatment, but they just didn't know what to do, and they found out about this youth mental residential. Got you on laptop. Finger guns, nice. Um, they just didn't know what to do. So they found out about a place in Utah, and that's where I was sent. I have heard since that there are way worse things that happen to kids who go into treatment in Utah, unfortunately. So I'm very fortunate that was not my experience. Um, Queer community resources, but there's also no separation of God. Yes, yeah, I can like that's amazing that the community is there, but yeah, I can imagine like government uh, in the government that would be a very difficult um, difficult separation to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I was like, this looks right, but my counts are wrong. Okay. Chain 2. V-stitch. Let's see, I'm right back where I was. I'm right back where I was. I don't know how I'm gonna make this work. Unless I just skip 3 every time. Spent some time in Asheville, almost married a dude from Winston-Salem. Um, Very cool. Yeah, Winston is an interesting place. for sure. And so is Asheville. Asheville is the Portland, or the Portland of North Carolina. We got some weird folks. So I'm from outside of Raleigh, so I'm about 30 minutes south of Raleigh, um, in a town called Fuquay Varina. And then, so most people just know Raleigh. And then I lived in Charlotte for like 7-ish years. I went to school there, and then worked there for a while before becoming disabled because I broke my brain. Okay, so we have to end up there. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna skip this space, even though that's not what the pattern says. Asheville is very cool. I love Asheville. It's cool. The people are nice. Um, I know that there's a lot of homeless folks uh, in Asheville, and I'm glad that there's a community that supports them better than a lot of places. Um, uh, I hate that people have to go through that. North Carolina is beautiful. Oh, it really is beautiful. It's backwards in places, for sure. For sure. Like, there's places where you're like, oh shit, I'm really in the South. But there's other places where you're like, this is a really nice place. So when people are like, did you like North Carolina? I'm like, you know, I grew up there, so you know, I'm I'm used to its intricacies. Yeah, I wish someone was doing this pattern with me so that they could help me, because like I don't think there's any way someone could look at this pattern and understand what I'm missing. But if someone wants to try, if someone wants to try, look at this pattern. Not the most queer friendly place either, I'm sure. It's definitely got its places. I mean, I like honestly like everywhere I've lived has been fine. Like it's been queer friendly enough. Like um I I think that the intolerances facing North Carolina's citizens that have intolerances goes a little further back in history than queer, uh, open queer history. That makes sense. That's that's not something I'm proud of. Okay, so I can't take my whiteboard off the wall. Okay, so let me describe what's happening. So the pattern in the corner, so in the corner you put 3 clusters, right? And so then she says, in the corner, start your stitch. And she starts it here instead of right before the middle one. So she puts it here. And then goes around, but then the stitch before the corner, that if that's what we're calling, if we're calling this the corner, the stitch before the corner is ending up here and not here where it needs to. And I just can't make sense of it. Little bit adventurous. Welcome. I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm sorry. I'm on one right now. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. So I did round 30, and now I'm in round 31. And I can't figure out my corner spaces because this keeps happening, and I just don't know what is going on. I'm gonna stretch. If anyone decides to look at that, I'm gonna stretch well. Scotty, you under the bed? Scotty. Scotty. Where's my phone? Where's my phone? Why are you over there? Why are you over there? Unless there's not 3 and there's 2 and there's been 2 the whole time and I've just been confusing everything. Oh, thank you so much. It's so nice of you. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but I do appreciate it greatly. Scotty, come on. You can come up, boy. What? See, that's how you know I'm from North Carolina. Mm-hmm. Just comes out sometimes. Can't. Because I don't think it ever actually says 3, and I thought it was 3, but maybe there's actually only 2, and that's why I've been having the problem. So, the rounds 30 and 31 both start in the corner, and I thought that eventually we were placing 3 in every corner, 3 of these double crochet clusters. But now I'm thinking that actually that's never been how it's supposed to have been. And I just did that because I thought it was supposed to be 3, and that's what's throwing my counts off. Because if that's the case, then it makes sense why if you can put something in the middle of 2 things and have that be the corner rather than putting something in the last of the 3rd space and calling that the corner. Because I thought eventually you were supposed to have 3 double crochet clusters in every corner, but that is not what I think is supposed to be happening. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. I know I should frog what I've done and the entire row before. Do I have 3 spaces to work into now? Where? Reading the pattern, I'm only reading 2. Yeah, I think I'm fudging it up. And I think it makes sense that okay. So fudge by doing in the 2 V's. No freaking way. By doing in the 2 V's. What do you mean? Work your 2. Well, the 2, it's not just working. It's not just about the 2. It's about working up to the 2 in the corner. I wish I had something to write down with, because because there right now in what I have is I have 3 clusters in the top, and then I have 3 double crochet clusters, and then I have 2 double crochet clusters next to that, and then I have 2 double crochets. So I think I know where I can fudge it and how I can make it work. It's gonna this row is gonna be a little bit off, but now I know that I've been now that I have picked up what what I should have been doing the whole time, it's a little bit easier. I think that makes a lot more sense too. I have been like, oh, this is going wrong, really wrong, really wrong. And I don't even know why I made that assumption. Like, I just was like, oh, there's supposed to be 3. No. No. This blanket is it's for charity, which means I feel like I should like I should it should be better, and I should like really focus on not fudging it. But I I mean it's like I mean there's a lot of religions and spirituality uh, practices that are like about not being perfect because that's human. And Nightbot's going nuts right now. Um, uh, but but yeah, like only God is perfect, and you know we're just humans. Yeah, I'm just gonna yeah I am gonna fudge this one because I've undone this so many times that I think that that's the best course of action, even though I don't want to. Yeah, I mean, maybe, maybe It is right in the corner. It's right in the corner. I mean, that's pretty. This doubled up the space where this should be. It's pretty obvious, but that's okay. And I had to make quite a few, quite quite a few adjustments, but that's okay. Actually, I had to fudge it quite a bit. That might be too much. That might be too much. Because, like, I also have a problem here, and I don't quite know why that is. That's what I mean. Put a cluster in one of those chain spaces, chain the next in the next chain spaces. The mistake will be less obvious. My brain's not working. This is a furls hook. Uh, it's an H. I don't remember which line this was. I got it because I thought it looked like trans colors, but it didn't turn more. It was more purple than pink. But um, I think I'm gonna get rid of most of my furls because it's just like money that I could spend on yarn. Yeah, I just like because I don't quite understand why. I don't quite understand why this is happening. So if you look at round 31 in okay, so let's see. Uh Okay, so you have the V stitch. Yeah, I mean everyone's got their hooks that they like. I mean I when I had money, I thought these were pretty. Um but I don't buy hooks. like new hooks anymore unless I need the size, but I don't buy furls. I just can't afford them anymore. Okay, so if you are looking at round 31, so right in the middle of the fourth, or I guess it depends on the dimensions of your screen. And so close-ish to the bottom, it says chain 1, and then it says skip 2 half double crochets. So that's going into the corner. I can't do that without throwing off all of my stitches. I have to, but when I started this corner, it worked just fine. That worked just fine to actually I did skip. I skipped. Okay. No, I mean it's still it still just isn't clear. Because of the direction you're going, you're skipping that cluster. It looks the same, but it's not the same because of the direction. Okay, so that dilemma is solved. Whew. But the thing is, also in the row before it, I did the same thing where I thought it was 3, so it's like also leaning that way. And I could frog it, and I could start in a different corner, so it kind of like, I don't know. It's all gonna look kind of weird. I honestly probably should frog both rows again, knowing what I know now. I think I'm gonna do it. I think because the row before it is wrong, the corners are wrong, and in the blanket, ultimately, like the corner, like those spots are focal points more so than the sides, and they're so wrong that they're throwing everything off and they're making everything more wrong. I want to have this ready for the 21st of June. So there's time. I mean, granted, I'm only on uh, uh, part 4 of 10 parts, but I've got time, and I purposely gave myself time because I figured I'd lose interest and have to put things down. But I think that I should do this. But I mean, it took me like an hour and a half just to do the white. But I don't think fudging it's the right call. But I did, because I've already done done some. I've already made mistakes in the row prior to the one I started before, right there, June 21st. I already did 3 there. I mean, I could go back even one further if I really wanted to. I think that one's less critical. And now I'm like, how the hell did... Maybe that's what's throwing my counts off too. I think honestly, if I don't do this on the live, I'm not doing it. And I go live frequently, so that's fine. I think I need to frog this row, the row I was working on before, and the row before that. So I think I need to go all the way back to 29 because I think that would, I think that's throwing off everything else. So I have been working on other things, but I also I don't have money, space, time to do multiple, like a ton of projects. So I have been working on my Pride project for the past like 4 days because this little one, I did not know what to do with it. But I think that it's I I think that it needs to be frogged and have that little problem with situation taken care of. I mean, the thing is, I don't really, yeah, I am pattern writing right now, and I have a project that's a secret project that I am. My friend and I, we're going to do. We're setting up to do a cowl for Halloween, but I'm not starting Halloween festivities until after Pride Month, at least. So I've got time for that. So like that is a more fluid project, but parts of it are. However, I can't work on it in front of you all because I want to keep it secret. I don't have to keep it secret. No one's making me keep it secret. I just want to keep it secret. Um, and so like I don't, but between those three projects, I don't have, I can't really do anything else. So, and I enjoyed working on this in front of people. So, hey, Scotty. Hey, Scotty. Hey, Scotty. Also, I'm doing a lot of makeup looks, and that's taking up a lot of my time. So yeah, it just is what it is. Yeah, it's. I mean, the pattern writing is going fairly well. I'm yeah, I'm excited for it. I hope everyone gets as excited for it as I am because it's pretty fun to do, and I have been having a good time doing it. That is one I do wish I could do on live, and I wanted to have one ready, and it's a big project. I wanted to have one ready by the time that Cal started, and then to do another one as like we work together and we uh, have the Cal. So that's why I'm trying to get it ready beforehand, but I don't have motivation when I'm not on camera. So good. I'm glad. I'm so happy you're here. Hey, Scotty. Hey, little buddy. Little buddy. Timing sounds perfect to me. Keep me posted. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't post like uh, the wall post or whatever often on YouTube, uh, but I do I do oh my gosh, my train of thought is so bad right now. Uh, but I do talk about them frequently. I love Halloween and I love gay things. So, uh, you know, it's the best time of the year when those things coalesce. Um, Knitting needles for the first time. Very nice, very nice. Yeah. Yeah, I have no idea. We haven't quite figured out when the cow would start, um, or how to distribute the um, like how much work goes into it. Ooh, a freeform blanket. Nice. Yeah, I think um after I'm gonna be blanketed out. Halloween and gay things too. Yay. Yeah. I mean, aren't they the best things though? Yeah. Yeah. I got these hooks. I started I wouldn't say collecting them because I didn't get like whole collections. I would just get one or two hooks of different kinds. Occasionally and then I got more of this line again, thinking that it was like a um, trans looking hook, but some of them look more transy than others. But I think that I will probably pride sock yarn with those knitting needles in mine. Nice. That's awesome. I bet that is going to look quite beautiful. Is it self striping or is it variegated? Pan here. Same here. Same here. I love cookware. Yeah. I was gonna I had a couple ideas for what I was gonna do for Pride this year, and if I was going to spend time with projects that I would, and I might do some of those. I might do some projects where I can make them really quickly and sell them. Cast iron. Woo! Um, and yeah. uh, uh, but right now I'm working on the pattern, and so I think I'm going to sell the pattern set. I'm not sure I'm going to sell physical items because I don't know if I want that. And then I just for my own time's sake, and then I think I will um, because I'm gonna have to like make the physical items, but I don't know if I'll sell them, and then I'll let someone else handle that. I'll need some pattern testers because it is a mosaic crochet, so that my pattern testers will need to be familiar and have some experience with yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like no. um I yeah, I tend to do a lot, but and then I'm gonna try to do some small things that I can add to my Etsy shop, just because I feel like my Etsy needs like a little refresh, a little zhuzh. Because really, the my main seller is the are my packers, and then I have other items, but um, people uh, usually just like favorite them and never return to them unless it's like the odd I think I've done like 3 or 4 granny square cardigan or granny cardigans. Mosaic's fun. It's definitely an interesting like it's cool to like see it take shape because it's just like not um it's just really interesting kind of like it's like a puzzle to write. because you're just thinking about things in such a different way. So it's pretty fun to watch it take shape. I'll show you what I have so far. So I'm making a brick because stone wall, and it's gonna say pride with rainbow yarn. Now, some of the rainbow yarn is kind of like red at places, so it's a little harder to see. But it's gonna say pride, and then it's gonna be a brick. And then I'm gonna have a set of other sayings. So once I get this one down, which I'm pretty much done with this one, because I just have a couple of rows of this left. Then I can have people test the pattern. There are free mosaic patterns that people have posted. Obviously, there's there's free patterns for everything. But if you want the queen of cool gothic type, or like, whatever, mosaic crochet, Sixel Designs is amazing, and she does all kinds of patterns, but she also has some tutorials on just kind of like basic kind of framework of how to do overlay mosaic crochet, which is what I'm doing. So it looks different from the front and the back. So you can learn about it through that, and or through her, and yeah. But I am probably going to head out. I've been live for about 3.5 hours, and my brain is like melting in front of you, I think. So I feel like normally I'm a little bit more capable of braining on, but my brain's just like, no, bitch, no. So I'm going, and it's not even 10:30. What is happening? That's what this pattern has done to me. You're so helpful. Well, thank you very much. I don't want to repeat myself, so sorry if this is a repeat. But I do, if you are on Facebook, we do have, it was good to melt with you. Oh, that's so sweet. If you are on Facebook and you want to join our Facebook group where we post all types of stuff, from free patterns to like inspiration, all kinds of stuff. It's called Army of Weirdos. A couple groups on Facebook have the same. Chat again, old man. Hey, I will wear that badge of honor with pride. So a couple groups have the same name. So if you do want to join us, if you have Facebook, all of the above, you can join Army of Weirdos. It's the one with the green pillow. The green pillow says fuck. I made that pillow. Although I'm thinking I want to change it to something new, but I'll do that in due time. So anywho, I hope you all have a great night or morning, wherever you are. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. This was super fun. It was great meeting a lot of new faces. Sure. And you all are awesome. So I am going live. I think I have it scheduled for 3 p.m. my time. So 3 p.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow, it's already scheduled. So hopefully I will see you tomorrow or sometime soon. But take it easy and have a good night. Bye.